Hello and welcome back to Frühling, our Let's Play series on Farming Simulator 22. And also welcome to Frühling, not necessarily the map, but the season. Welcome to spring. Our bees are busy getting us honey. All the other animals are producing their respective items. As you can see, the bees have been very busy. The cows are very busy as well, and well, now that it's March, we are very busy as well. And if you remember from our last episode, we purchased our very own Landini Rex 4. It's not full spec, but we have the option to upgrade. And I like the colour difference that we have with our tractors as well. It's very nice. Right, so let's have a look at our field. So grapes are what we're going to be putting in the ground. Well, technically the vines, but right, we have already fed all the animals this morning, and now we are going to head over to field 2 and get it all ready to put the vines in. But first, right, as I suspected, so it is not fertilized. What I'm going to do is grab my fertilizing spreader, and I'm going to try it on the Landini. I do need the weight, though. It's not in it. Oh, right, I did put it elsewhere. Right, so we'll connect the weight to the front, and we'll put the fertilizing spreader on the back, and it should support it just fine. This is a fantastic little tractor as well. Oh yes, I'm all outfitted for spring, all ready for spring, for spring farming. Got my hat on. Right. And perfect. So there should be fertilizer in here, not lime. Ah, very nice. Alright, well it seems that we're set to go. Right. Okay, so we'll make our way down. Oh yes, this is pulling it with ease. Right, we'll head down this way. We'll pass our chickens. Hello, chickens. Yes, we did a big clean. Well, sorry, not a clean, rather a feeding. But we did a big clean of the vehicles, at least, which is nice. Our grass field here with our chickens. Hello, chickens. Oh, they're producing eggs nicely as well. Right, but we did a big feed in the morning, March morning, and it was very snowy still, and there was flickering on the trees. However, that disappeared by the time we got to the sheep, and then by the time we arrived back to the farm there was no snow on the ground at all. So here we are, but at least that worked out very nicely for us. I also realized we may have to purchase some more fertilizer, but right next to our soon-to-be vineyard is actually a sell point, or well, in our case, a buy point for fertilizer and all that, so we might have to take advantage of that. But the reason I'd like to do this is I'm not entirely certain how much. Here's our beautiful field. I'm not entirely certain how much our vines are going to cost. I don't know if we'll be able to do the entirety of the field with them or not, so I reckon I'll fertilize the whole thing in case we end up putting a crop in as well. Right, so let's get nice and lined up. That should be good. Oh yes, probably go over a bit to the right by quite a bit. There we go. Ooh, perfect. Right, so it should be a couple of passes. I'd like to get it done in 2 if I could, and it shouldn't take that much fertilizer, so we won't need to refill. But that is the refill spot, which is very handy to have. I haven't used it yet, but still handy to have nonetheless. Right, so when we do fertilize the vines, we will be using manure because we have a lot of it, and we really only need to go up and down the vine, so hopefully our manure spreader is going to be capable, because I do know that as a fertilizer, manure does disappear quite quickly. So we'll have to see how it goes. And get the other side done. Ah yes, wonderful. Good to know it's 2 passes perfectly with our spreader. Excellent. Right, so, oh no, almost 2 passes perfectly. I think that might just be me going a little bit off course. Yes. Right, so we'll get this done, and then what we'll do is we'll come back. Well, actually, since we're here, okay, we'll come back for that bit in a moment. But since we are here, we might as well start placing our vines. Sorry, I'm getting way too excited, so we'll just finish this up, and then and then we can place them. So I want them to be as straight as possible, obviously. But the nice thing is, at least from what I can recall from Miner playing around with the vines when it was first released, is that they can now be snapped together quite nicely. So you get the first one straight and they're all straight. You get the first one not straight and then none of them are straight. So that's the battle in which we will be working on today. But again, it's only for the first one. So we only have to get the first one perfectly straight, and then we can attach the others quite simply to the first one, and then they'll be all the same. But it really depends on how expensive the vines are going to be. Right, so we'll get this out of the way. Because the nice thing is that we have a fully, well, we can fully fertilize it, but we have a field that if we can't fill it, at least we can put something in, right? Which reminds me, field 13 needs a crop. And it's going to be either oat or sorghum. Oat, because we could do it the straw, and actually it has to be oat. Yes, it has to be oat. Even though we can't feed it to the chickens, we need straw. That's the only crop we can get straw from until a year and a half from now. So I'd rather have to buy a bit of chicken food than have to buy straw, even though I know it's cheaper. Yes, so we will be putting an oat in today, most likely. But right, first we get the grapes in. So we go into construction. Oh, we will save first. Save. Right, this is it's a very long field, so I would like to ensure that we get it properly lined up. There we are. So we go into productions, orchards, grapevine. So the olive orchard is actually more expensive as well. I reckon, because there's trees here, I wonder if it'll... because we need enough room to get by with the harvester, so I wonder if that's too much? Let's have a look. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, wow. So it's definitely not straight, but it is... Yeah, we'll have to move the other end over just a bit. Blimey, that's 19,000. Well, we'll have to put one in, see how much it is, or how far it goes. And then, right, so I don't think... Right, okay, we'll get this, like I said, once we get the first one in, and it's straight, then we'll be good. I think I need to move it over just a bit. Yeah, we'll start on this end and see. It's not the end of the world. If it's not, we can always paint whatever's covered or not covered with grass. But I would like to leave some distance for the trees. This will be fine, this one. As long as we get it. Right, so you can go quite close on this end. But is that lined up? Right, as I've said, and I'll put it there because I can always add one more if I need. As I've said, I'd rather get it lined up perfectly the first time. So like that. Yeah, it's pretty well right there. Oh, I've lost it. That's alright. We'll put it right there and call it a day. And Done. Look at that. Oh, it's pretty straight. Yeah, that's perfect. £19,215. So we could probably extend it to there. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, oh, look at that. So it snaps on, and then we just go all the way down. Blimey. Another 19,500. Alright, so that's about 20,000, 40,000, 60,000. 80,000, and this will be 100. So I think my initial estimation was 100,000 is how much I was going to spend on the vines. Let's have a look at them. Oh, they look amazing. Look at that. Look how they go all follow exactly along the hill. Oh, this is the perfect field as well for them. Right, well, so what? Now we have another space. Maybe I should just go... Well, that's £100,000 already. If we... To finish it would be another 100,000, which is all of our money. We need to keep some of it. Maybe what we should do is the first year have this, and then the next year we will put more in, because this we can use as a crop. We can put a proper crop in as well. What else can we put in? You know what I should put in? I'm gonna put in corn into field 2. Yeah, because then we'll have our corn, we'll have our oat, and we'll have our grapes. Oh, maybe I could split 13. Right, so I'm just thinking, maybe what we'll do is we'll put sorghum in 2. I'd like to put whichever has more in. Corn. So this is quite a bit bigger. So if we do like right where the 3 is, or even in between the 1 and the 3, corn and oat, and then sorghum. Either way, one of the 3. That's not a bad shout. But I will do one more vine. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the one more. I don't know why. Orchard. And there we have it. So, yeah, it'll be another quite a bit to get the entirety of it done, but this is a perfect space to get a crop in. I think even sorghum here would be fine, because then we don't have to worry about collecting any straw, but the corn could go here as well. So we might put the corn in, we might put something else in, we'll see. Either way, when do we put corn in? Because now that we're talking about it, next month. Okay, so oat needs to go in definitely now, this month, well, pretty much. But our seed bed is ready, and our vines. Look at that, we have vines now. That is amazing. I'm very pleased. Let's see how it looks on the map. Because... Right, so it's fertilized. I'm glad I did a full fertilization. Look at that. And they are growing. Right, so we probably need to do things to them. Does it have to be mulched and cultivated? Right, it does. Right, we'll take the Landini back to the farm. And we'll hook on the mulcher. We'll bring the mulcher down. And we will... Yes, at some... Oh, I'll go this way. At some point, we will purchase a larger mulcher for our fields. All the fields currently that we need to drill this year are mulched, so that's good. But we will definitely make certain to mulch this vineyard with the little one. Obviously, it's the only one that fits. Right. So, we will go back to the farm, and we'll grab the mulcher, and we'll see you back at the vineyard. Alright, well, as you can see, we have our beautiful vines. It looks so good as well. It's going to look so nice when they're actually on. I've also remembered we have a few more items that we're going to have to purchase for the vineyard. So I'm glad we didn't spend all our money on vines. I reckon I should probably go on this outside bit as well. I will start on the outside bit. Right, so what I'll probably end up doing is just filling in that bit where there's ground, and I'll put in like a grass texture or something. Right, so this should... Oh, maybe it doesn't require any mulching. Well, let's go a bit and see. Right, it doesn't seem affected. It does say mulched, but I think that's only that small section of the field. Right. Yeah, it doesn't require mulching, so it seems, which is fine. That's one less thing to do. But I think when we... Well, I'll try down the main one and see if it works. Just to test it out again. And for this, I'll probably just go straight down the middle as well. I won't go very close to the vine. Maybe we'll get a slightly wider mulcher. But yeah, no, I don't think anything's happening. Nope. Right, that's totally fine. Absolutely fine. We do need a cultivator, though. So what we'll do is we'll leave this here for now. Just in the grass. Should be alright. And, right, let's have a look at the different cultivators. So that is too big. Right, these are all too big. Is it a 3 meter? Ooh, alright. That could work. Is that for mulching? Oh, it's a mulcher though. 2.3. That's the... What's this? Salic. Right, I saw this brand also pop up in the trailers. Oh, you know what? This is part of the newest update, 1.4. I wonder if that's why I was having flickering issues, was their update. I was reading that there were some issues with it, people having lots of issues. Knock on wood. Other than flickering, we're alright. Right, so we have that. That's for that little tractor, but this looks like it's a proper... I suppose small, since we have a small tractor. This looks like a proper vineyard implement. I do like that this one's a bit wider, but I like that this one's very cheap. So, yeah, probably going to go with this one for the beginning, because of how inexpensive it is. Right, that's for weeding. Right, let's check grapes. So this is the one they suggest, but all of these can be used. But this, to me, looks more like a mulcher does. Right, mulchers. This is cultivator and mulching. Does it do both? Right, either way, £650 is what we're going to pay for our new implement. Right, that should be fine. We'll put the small, it's not like it's extra charge, and done. Right, so we'll head to the shop, pick that up, and I don't think we'll need the front weight, but I'll keep it on just in case. And, right, we'll put our beacon on, and travel through. Actually, before we get to the shop, oh, I love these tyres, they're just so good. They're so good. Actually, if you look at the 3-point, we might have to put the big attachment on, because they're quite wide. Anyways, I am thinking of purchasing this land here to eventually turn it into a grape yard, like a second yard, because we have nice little path there. We do have the factories here as well, so a second yard near the factories could be quite beneficial to us. So we'll have to see. How much is this little plot of land? Field 1... 25,000. It's not very much. If we were to get it, we would definitely cut the grass first and use it for hay, most likely. Right, where are we going? To the shop. Right, we'll see you there. Alright, here's our little implement. I'm glad I got a little tractor to fit it. We will actually repair the Landini, just because it, well, because it's only about 800 euros to, or pounds rather, to do. And we will... Oh, did I look in the sale today? Right, nope. This was in yesterday, these two were in. That would be awesome if we were doing beats, but we're not. Maybe in the future. Maybe in a future series as well, who knows. Right, we'll connect to our super tiny cultivator, but that's all we need. That is all we need. And by the looks of it, we need to change it to the big... It's only held on by the top of the attachment there, if you look. It's yeah, it needs to be customized to fit. So we'll go customize and big. There we go. Perfect. And it should fit on just perfectly now. Excellent. Right, so we'll head back down to our vineyard and we'll get the ground cultivated. Alright. Well, I will try to go on the outside here first. I don't know if we need to do twice up and down or not. I'm not 100% certain about that. But we will get this going. Ah, perfect. Yes, so maybe based on the size. So yes, we paid quite a bit. Oh my gosh, the wide tires are catching. Maybe I shouldn't have opted for the widest tires I could on the smallest tractor I could. Right, we just need to keep a close eye on that. So which means maybe we'll only go down the main rows once. But we'll have to see once we get down to the end of this row, just to see where we are. But at least it seems to be cultivating the other ground as well. I don't want to necessarily do that. I suppose we'll have to look... Oh, you know what we could do? Is have a look at the ground. No, maybe we can't. No, we'll wait till we're fully stuck in the vine. So we'll just get to the very end of the row. These are quite long, these vines. They go for days and days, which is fine. That's what we want. Productive vines. Get lots of grapes off them. Right. So now that we are off there, we'll check this. So 75% yield bonus, 50% fertilized. And this has a yield bonus of 76. What are we doing? What have we done? So it should show as cultivated. No? Right, let's go up the main part of the vine and see. Obviously it's doing something because the ground has been cultivated. But I wonder if that's just for the one side. Right, so we'll try on the one side, see. Yeah, I reckon we could probably go up twice. Or we should invest in a bigger cultivator. Well, like I say, 600. Yeah, it's almost like a whole other section. But it's near, though. Maybe it's not necessary. Right, well, if anyone knows, let me know. But in the meantime, I will probably just try and go straight up the middle for the first time. Just because it does not seem to, let's see, 75% on this side, 76. Right, well, let's carry on anyways, straight down the middle. And then we'll come through here with our... Oh right, we have to go and pick up another implement as well. So we'll head to the shop after this. We'll pick up a second vineyard implement of the day. And then we'll come back and get it fertilized. Right, so as you can see there, I've done just one on the far side, or on one of two sides, just to see how it looked, and it does seem as though it would be a good idea to do that all the way. So that's what I'll do until we have a bigger cultivator, or until I know that it's okay to do just the middle and still get the same yield bonus. then I'll do it this way. Not that it's too big of a thing. I just want to get nice and tight. I might have to take the wide wheels off. I know I paid extra for it, but for the cultivating and that, it seems as though the wide wheels are dangerously close to the vines. But it does seem to be a better option. This is a I want to say 1.5 and the other one's 1.8, or it's 1.2 and the other one's 1.5. Can't remember. Either way, not a problem. It was 650 euros or pounds. I don't know why I keep saying euros. I've had it in pounds since we started, but anyways, we'll crack on with this again, and we'll see you when we're all done. Alright, well, it seems as though going up and down both sides was a good idea. I will try to tidy this one up, but I know I might end up having to go up and down like 3 times. Probably won't do that, but just get close on at least one side. Close up that gap a bit. Might go back down the other, I don't know. Anyways, it is completed, so that's pretty exciting actually, because I thought it would kind of take longer. It did. I don't feel it took that long. Obviously, for you, it was like a minute, maybe a bit longer than that, but or less even. I don't know. Not paying attention here at all. That's fine. I'm just too excited. The next task that we need to do is fertilize this whole vineyard, which is... I'm just staying in the same spot. There we go. Right, I will go up one more time quick on the way back to the farm to grab what I need to grab, and I will take back the... I'll leave the weight here in case we need it, but I'll take back the mulcher, because we... well, I mean, we might need it later, but I don't have a shed or anything set up yet, so I'll take it back to the farm until then. And yes, so I'll finish this up. See you back at the farm very soon. Right, we are now just heading from the farm to the shop to grab our new manure spreader, muck spreader for the vineyard. So we'll grab that one. It's the little one, the red one. I've shown it a few episodes back, but now we're finally going to buy it and fill it with manure from the cows. They've graciously provided us with ample manure to be used in our vineyard. I am not going to buy a bucket just yet until I absolutely know I need one for the front loader, because I think there's actually a manure fill point next to the pile, so I have to check, although it would be a bit more realistic, I reckon, but we'll try it the first time just to see. Where is it? Because we do have lots on. Right, so this one I'd like to get eventually, but it's quite expensive. This one is more reasonable to purchase, and it's a nice size. So that's what we'll buy. Wait, that's the same as a different one. There we go. And buy. Yes. Ooh, nearly. Right, so let's hook up to the Villa SV3. That looks great on the back of the Landini, that's for certain. And this does conclude our episode. In the next one, we will be finalizing the fertilizing with manure in the vineyard. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care, and bye for now.